My dear compatriots, on March 24, 2024, the Senegalese people made the choice for change and systemic transformation by participating in the first round of the presidential election. This historic vote, held in a context of declining our most basic fundamental rights, was imposed by a standing people. A people who chose courage over resignation. This popular trust honors me and inspires the determination of the nation's policy that the Constitution grants me. She inspires me in the mission I undertake to think about our common future and to break away from the anachronistic governance methods in light of the renewed demands of our political society. Upon my installation, I undertook to conduct an inventory as required by Article 1.7 of the law on the Code of Transparency and Public Financial Management. The results of the audit submitted to date to the Court of Auditors for validation highlight a public management characterized by carelessness, which has led to deliberately concealed mismanagement of public finances. With uncontrolled growth in the wage bill, debt and debt interest, a lack of control over subsidies, and a deviation in the drawdowns on external resources, the noted shortcomings have led to a serious deterioration of the public finance framework in our country. The government, after discussions with technical and financial partners and other stakeholders, will provide a comprehensive update on the subject, and the report approved by the Court of Auditors will be published. From now on, I want to assure that responsibilities will be assigned at all levels of the administrative and political chain. My dear compatriots, my oath before God and the nation to honor our institutions and to carry the blood of fallen Senegalese, the national ideal on my shoulder during many struggles for our democracy. Unfortunately, the parliamentary majority decided to go against the will of the Senegalese people, which was clearly expressed on the evening of March 24, 2024, first by refusing on June 29, 2024. First by refusing on June 29, 2024, to hold the mandatory budget orientation debate for the simple reason of a supposed attack received on the political front. This violation of a legal obligation provided for by Article 56 of the Organic Law relating to finance laws will have seriously contributed to tarnishing the image of Senegal in the eyes of international institutions. Then, by rejecting on August 29, 2024, the constitutional bill aimed at fulfilling the promise I made to the people to abolish the High Council of Local Authorities and the Economic, Social, and Environmental Council, while the state of public finances urgently requires the rationalization of public spending. Finally, by usurping the constitutional prerogatives of the President of the Republic to set a date for the declaration of general policy in blatant violation of Article 84 of the Constitution and Article 97 of the Organic Law governing the internal regulations of the National Assembly, not to mention the threat of a motion of censure that this majority hangs over the government. My dear compatriots, by enforcing the date of September 13, 2024, for the declaration of general policy through the force of law, it was not about deceiving the Senegalese people, but simply about firmly establishing the authority of the law and reminding through actions that the political order under my leadership will never supplant the legal order. It was therefore my legal, ethical, and moral duty not to yield the slightest bit of tolerance to the violators of the law. I have therefore concluded that the guarantee of a frank collaboration with the parliamentary majority in the sole interest of the Senegalese people was an illusion, as they have chosen to turn away from the people to promote the cult of obstruction and thus hinder the implementation of the project on the basis of which I was elected. That is why, by virtue of the powers conferred upon me by Article 87 of the Constitution, and after consulting the Constitutional Council on the appropriate date, the Prime Minister is the President of the National Assembly. Regarding the opportunity, I dissolve the National Assembly. The date of the legislative elections is set for Sunday, November 17, 2024. I dissolve the National Assembly to ask sovereign people for the institutional means that will allow me to realize the systemic transformation I promised them. Today, more than ever, the time has come to open a new time frame for our 5-year term. Article 3 of our Constitution states that national sovereignty belongs to the people. In doing so, the people are invited to reclaim their titles of empowerment and to decide sovereignly whether the National Assembly should reflect the deep aspirations for change that were expressed on the evening of March 24, 2024, or if it should remain the last blocking avatar of a fallen regime. In any case, the government guarantees the proper organization of the elections and the free and democratic expression of the people's choice, and may the best win. Long live the Republic. Long live Senegal. Lord, he needs to make a lamb romantic. It's good, us and under. Because Senegal is freight star snow. Hold Fujub Jubal Ajubuntish Yorinurium. A woman president of the Republic in the first round, Bini Amolu election. The upcoming election, which is crucial for making a decision on the alternation of governance, involves the candidate Mamo Mamo. This election is of paramount importance because it will determine the future direction of our governance. There are several critical issues at stake that we know we cannot afford to delay addressing. For instance, the economic policies that will be implemented, the social programs that will be continued or introduced, and the international relations that will be fostered or redefined. Each of these aspects plays a vital role in shaping the overall well-being and progress of our society. The decision made in this election will have long-lasting impacts on our community, our country, and potentially even on a global scale. Therefore, it is imperative that we consider all factors carefully and make an informed choice. The candidate Mama Mama has outlined several key points in their platform, including economic reform, healthcare improvements, and educational advancements. These proposals aim to address the pressing issues we face and provide sustainable solutions for the future. As we approach the election, it is essential to stay informed, engage in discussions, and participate actively in the democratic process. Our collective decision will shape the path forward, and it is a responsibility we must take seriously. This is what has been referred to as the slip-ups. Madam, we know that there has been a wage increase, an influx of money, an increase in everything we have paid for money, and we know that this is what we need to take into account. What we saw in Niawetif, in Dokalinui, is that we must ensure there are no slip-ups. The government, do you have Hartain and Montagnom the Berm Circle? Denaino, Quarter and Senegalese. I need the help of all the members of the Court of Auditors.